Come see us live on tour. We'll be in Los Angeles, Dallas, Texas, Austin, Baltimore, Hartford, Syracuse, Atlantic City, Cohoes, New York, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Trump is doing everything that the MAGA base does not want when it comes to this AI stuff. He announced a $500 billion AI infrastructure investment in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out China came out with a thing called DeepSeek, and it's their own AI, and they made it available for free.
Mm-hmm.
So completely, yes.
It's not woke.
So by the way, so Trump, so everybody's afraid that of China and their social credit score and all that stuff, and they're going to be surveillance. And then Trump goes, well, it's not the government. It's going to be these super smarty pants guys like Larry Ellison from Oracle. What?
Oh, hey, this is our Sputnik moment, isn't it?
Yes. So guess what, Kurt? Chinese AI chatbot DeepSeek sparks market turmoil. What did it do? Shares in major U.S. technology firms plunged. Why? Because China made their AI system available for free.
Ball?
It's called DeepSeek, which has launched last week, has overtaken rivals, including OpenAI's ChatGPT, to become the most downloaded free app in the United States.
I didn't even know about it.
U.S. tech giants, including AI chip maker, Nvidia, Microsoft, and Meta, all saw their share prices.
Oh, go jump out a window, maybe.
The DeepSeek chatbot was reportedly developed for a fraction of the cost of its rivals, raising questions about the future of America's AI dominance and the scale of investments U.S. firms are planning.
Oh, no.
Last week, OpenAI joined a group of other firms who pledged to invest $500 billion in building AI infrastructure in the United States. Now you don't need to. Now you don't need it.
But like reality infrastructure, that will continue to be garbage?
Reality infrastructure will be ignored.
Okay.
Trump is one of his first announcements since returning to the office, called it the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history that would help keep the future of technology in the United States. DeepSeek is powered by open source DeepSeek V3 model, which its researchers claim was trained for $6 million. Significantly less than the billions spent by rivals.
You know why? Because China don't have no DEI.
The researchers say they use already existing technology as well as open source code, software that can be used, modified, or distributed by anybody free of charge. DeepSeek's emergence comes as the United States is restricting the sale of the advanced chip technology that powers AI to China. To continue their work without steady supplies of imported advanced chips, Chinese AI developers have shared their work with each other and experimented with new approaches to the technology.
I'm sorry, what?
This has resulted in AI models that require far less computing power than before. It also means that they cost a lot less than previously thought possible, which has the potential to upend the industry. Silicon Valley venture capitalist and Trump advisor Mark Andreessen described DeepSeek's R1 as AI Sputnik moment, Kurt.
Yeah.
A reference to the satellite launched by the Soviet Union in 1957. At the time, the United States was considered to have been caught off guard by their rivals' technological achievement. DeepSeek's sudden popularity has startled stock markets in Europe and in the United States.
Oh my God. They have flying cars too. AI chip maker Nvidia plunged 16% midway through trading on Monday, while rival Broadcom slumped 17.8%. Other tech firms also sank. Microsoft's down 3.7%, Google's Alphabet down 3%. This idea of low-cost Chinese version hasn't necessarily been forefront, so it's taken the market a little bit by surprise. You assholes.
For those confused why the U.S. state and Silicon Valley are having a meltdown on Twitter today, China released multiple AI models that are 50 times more efficient than the best American AI models and made them open source, ruining the AI market.
Don't make me love you, China. Don't make me love China. Please. Please don't do that to me.
Here, he says they're amazing. Watch this.
A lot because there's a free alternative that is better. China is innovating like crazy.
There's a free alternative that's better.
Hey, Harry Potter's right.
Finally, so this guy, he's going to break it down for you. He's going to break down why DeepSeek's AI innovations are blowing people's minds and possibly threatening Nvidia's $2 trillion market cap. He's going to break it down for you. Here it is. First, some context. Right now, training AI models is insanely expensive. OpenAI, Anthropic, etc. spends $100 million plus just one compute. They need massive data centers with thousands of $40,000 GPUs. It's like needing a whole power plant to run a factory. DeepSeek just showed up and said, LOL, what if we did this for $5 million instead? And they didn't just talk, they actually did it. Their models match or beat GPT-4 and Claude on many tasks. The AI world, as my teenager says, shook. How? They rethought everything from the ground up. Traditional AI is like writing every number with 32 decimal places. DeepSeek was like, hey, what if we just use 8 decimal places? It's still accurate enough. Boom, 75% less memory needed. Number 4, then there's the multi-token system. Normal AI reads like a first grader. The, cat, sat. DeepSeek reads in whole phrases at once, 2 times faster. 90% is accurate. When you're processing billions of words, this matters. But there's this really clever bit. They built an expert system. Instead of one massive AI trying to know everything, like having one person be a doctor and a lawyer and an engineer, they have specialized experts that only wake up when they're needed. Traditional models, all 1.8 trillion parameters active all the time? No. DeepSeek, 671 bits, billion total, per only 37B active at once. So instead of 1.8 trillion, they can go down to 37 billion. So that's a big, it's like having a huge team, but only calling in the experts you actually need for each task.
Wait a minute, this sounds like capitalism versus communism.
The results are mind-blowing. Training costs go from 100 million down to 5 million. GPUs needed 100,000 down to 2,000. API costs are 95% cheaper, and it can run on gaming GPUs instead of data center hardware. But wait, you might say, there must be a catch. That's the wild part. It's all open source. Anyone can check their work. The code is public. The technical papers explain everything. It's not magic, just incredibly clever engineering. Why does this matter? Because it breaks the model of only huge tech companies can play in AI. You don't need a $1 billion plus data center anymore. A few good GPUs might do it. For Nvidia, this is scary. Their entire business model is built on selling super expensive GPUs with 90% margins. Everyone can suddenly do AI with regular gaming GPUs. Well, you see the problem. And here's the kicker. DeepSeek did this with a team of less than 200 people. Meanwhile, Meta has teams where their compensation alone exceeds DeepSeek's entire training budget, and their models aren't as good. This is a classic disruption story. Incumbents optimize existing processes while disruptors rethink the fundamental approach. DeepSeek asks, what if we just did this smarter instead of throwing more hardware at it? The implications are huge. AI development becomes more accessible. Competition increases dramatically. The moats of big tech companies look more like puddles. Hardware requirements and costs plummet. Of course, giants like OpenAI and Anthropic won't stand still. They probably already are implementing these innovations, but the efficiency genie is out of the bottle. There's no going back to this just throw more GPUs at it approach. Final thought. This feels like one of those moments we'll look back on as an inflection point, like when PCs made mainframes less relevant, or when cloud computing changed everything. AI is about to become a lot more accessible and a lot less expensive. The question isn't if this will disrupt the current players, but how fast. And yes, all this is available open source. You can literally try their models right now. We are living in wild times. Hey, friend of the show, Ryan, he can't hear you. Friend of the show, Ryan Grimm, says this doesn't seem to be getting enough attention. The Silicon Valley social contract forced on the public by Obama and then Trump and then Biden minus Lena Khan and now Trump again was straightforward. We will let these bros become the richest people in human history in exchange, they will develop a tech industry that makes U.S. dominant for a century. They did the first part, then built monopolies to try to keep out competition rather than continue to innovate at top level, and then got outcompeted by Chinese companies in both AI and social media. They are the losers we always thought they were, and now so are we.
Yeah, no, Ryan, you're a loser. First of all, we did state capitalism. So that's the Intel community that created China out capitalisted us.
They out-capitalized us, or capitalistic.
And I saw Mark Andreessen talking about how he was told not to get into AI because we're only going to have 3 companies that we control. He was told that, he said. And I believe him. That's how they do weed. That's why illegal weed makes more money in LA than legal weed. Because these assholes wanted to have a monopoly first. But don't think it just came from tech bros. These are nerds. That came from the Intel community that Ryan parrots.
Now they're going to spend $500 billion gobbling up energy in Texas to build a product China's making for $5 billion and giving away basically for free. U.S. tech oligarchs and the actual president of the United States spending time and energy doing crypto nonsense while China releases the AI that kicks our ass is such a perfect metaphor while also being literally what's happening.
And the flying cars bit. Don't forget that.
Even the China doomers are flipping 180 degrees. DeepSeek is triggering an unbelievable vibe shift. So this guy used to say, this is what annihilation looks like. China's semiconductor manufacturing industry was reduced to zero overnight. Complete collapse. No chance of survival. And now he's saying, that was in 2022. Now he's saying, this take is not looking all that hot today. Alex Karp, there is no tech scene in China and Russia. There are no software companies. Yeah. Not looking good today.
And they put it out for free. You know what an act of war that is without violence?
Right.
They knew exactly what they were doing by doing it. Why don't we just put it out for free and fuck the market up? Don't make me love you, China. Don't make me love you.
While you're busy worshiping a capitalism system that funnels the wealth we create to billionaire class China is busy revolutionizing the world with technology like DeepSeek that's free and available to all.
Oh, do you know why?
Oh, and
they're billionaires,
and their people
to spend time fucking with you.
And their people have universal health care and affordable housing.
The billionaires have more time to work on what they should work on instead of trying to geoengineer your life. Because if there was a Bill Gates in China that ran his yap, guess what happens? He disappears for 3 months and he comes back and shuts his trap. Don't make me love you, China. Don't make me love you.
DeepSeek hit with large-scale cyber attack says it's limiting so that immediately happened. Interesting timing for this large-scale cyber attack on DeepSeek. Who could possibly have the intent?
Yeah. Wow. Don't blame yourselves either. Blame the CCP. That's the source. Hey, TikTok is scanning my face and getting my data. Oh, no. I don't even live in China. What the fuck are they going to do to me?
Come see us live on tour. We'll be in Los Angeles, Dallas, Texas, Austin, Baltimore, Hartford, Syracuse, Atlantic City, Cohoes, New York, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.